Happy Tuesday! Let's start right in. This is Red Group Math, and the name of the page is Cumulative Review. This is where we're going to review some of the math concepts that we've had recently. So, I never know where to look on this thing. I'm looking here, I'm looking there. So, forgive me if my eyes wander. I'm not looking at ducks, I'm looking at you. Somewhere in there. All right, so a cumulative review. This is for Red Group, and we're working on 10 frames. And 10 frames we've talked about as simply a way, they look like ice cube trays to me, and they're simply a way to make 10. They help us remember what plus what is 10. Now, if you remember on our board, we had make 10 listed, and it would say 10 plus 0 is 10. 9 plus 1 is 10, 8 plus 2 is 10, 7 plus 3 is 10, and we used those early on when we played our solitaire game with the cards, remember, when we made 10? So 10 frames are kind of similar to that. Well, they're very similar to that, but it's the same concept. You're making 10 for both to get your answer. So if you look up in your 10 frame today, the problem says, what color should we use today? How about orange? You think orange will work? Okay. So if we look on our 10 frame today, we'll read the directions. It says, picture the given addend. Count the remaining spaces to find the missing addend. Solve. Okay. So picture means to draw a picture. And what we've got right here is 6 plus blank equals 10. Well, we want to know what makes 10 if we add 6 to it. So the best way to do this is just fill in our circles, or fill in our ice cube trays. How many ice cubes are we putting in? 6. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 ice cubes in our tray. Okay? And then it wants to know, what else do I need to make 10? Okay, so this is my ice cube tray. I put 6 ice cubes in it. How many more ice cubes do I need to put in to make 10? Okay, so all we have to do is count our blank spaces. And if we look right here, we can count 1, 2, 3, 4. So 6 plus 4 equals 10, right? All right, we'll set up the next problem for you. Number 2 says blank plus 5 equals 10. And remember, when we talked about the commutative property of addition, it doesn't matter which order your addends are in, you're still going to get the same sum. So you can use that to your advantage. We can add the first number here. We can add the second number here. It's the same thing. It will give us the same answer. So this time it says blank plus 5 equals 10. All right? You put 5 ice cubes in your tray. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then it becomes very easy to count your spaces and know how many more ice cubes you need to put in your tray in order to make 10. Okay? This page is all about making 10. So I'm going to let you fill in your answer for this one and do this one on your own. So right now we're going to jump down to number 4 and do the same thing. You should have the hang of this by now. It says 2 plus blank equals 10. Well, I can fill in 1, 2 ice cubes. And then all I have to do are count my spaces to know how many more ice cubes I need to make 10. 1, 2 are in, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 spaces. So 2 plus 8 is 10. Is that true? Yes, absolutely. If I use the commutative property of addition, I know that I can have 2 plus 8 equals 10. Or, remember this? I can have 8 plus 2, and that will also make 10. That's our property of addition. That also works for multiplication. when we get up into some of the white group skills, we'll see that in the multiplication. Right? Now down at the bottom, we've got some solving problems. These are word problems. And remember, when you do word problems, you read the whole problem, you look for the math question, you look for the math word, you look for you fill in your line, circle, line, and then you solve the problem. So let's read the problem. It says, Logan has 2 finches. Timothy also, I just thought of something. I better use a highlighter because I don't want that to bleed through the paper. Timothy also has 2 finches. How many finches do the brothers have together? Okay? And so there's my problem. And now I need to find my math question. And underline the math question. We'll highlight it. Should probably have done it differently. I'll figure it differently next time. How many finches do the brothers have together? And remember, I can find my math question. All questions end with a question mark. Okay? So that's going to be my first clue. And usually it's the last sentence in the passage that you're reading. Not always, but usually it is. So we follow my question mark up to the capital letter because super sentences says all sentences start with an uppercase letter. And there's my how. So how many friends do the brothers have all together? Now I need to look for my math word. A math word is a word that tells us what to put in here. All together is my clue. All together means come together or add, putting together. So I know when I fill this in that I'm going to have an addition sign right here. And we know what always goes in here. Right, an equal sign. Okay. And then it invites us to this little information box right here, invites us to draw a picture. So we're going to draw a picture. It says Logan has 2 finches. And we'll use Logan's name, we'll use L for Logan because it will tell us the difference between Logan and Timothy's finches. You can use whatever you want. So we're going to put an L and an L. Those are Logan's finches. Okay? How many finches does Timothy have? It says Timothy also has 2 finches. So let's give Timothy 2 finches. And we'll go T for Timothy. And then it says how many finches do they have all together? I know I'm going to add, and I'm going to get an equals. So Logan's finches, how many did Logan have? 2. And how many does Timothy have? 2. 2 plus 2 is what? We can do lots of things. We can do touch points. We can do adding on. We can do lots of things, but I'm going to use touch points because I love touch points. And remember, you don't need touch points for both numbers. You only need it for the second number because the first number goes in your head. So I've got 2, 3, 4. My answer is 4. And I write it right in here. Now I come to the bottom. It says, the brothers have 2 finches or the brothers have 4 finches. What did we say? They have 4. So this is the answer. I'm going to color it in. And by the way, do you know what finches are? Finches are little tiny birds. They're little beautiful little tiny birds. Very good. Good job on the front. Let's turn to the back. And remember, usually the front and the back have kind of some similar things. See, I knew if I drew it with that dark marker, it would make it short through the paper. So I'll remember to use my highlighter next time. Okay, this is a review. Oh, this is great. This review is on shapes. Easy peasy, we got shapes, right? It says, draw each shape, match each shape to its attributes. Okay? So the first thing says circle. So we'll draw a circle. And then we'll draw a triangle. And then we'll draw a square. And then we'll draw a rectangle. Okay, there you go. And then we're going to look at the attributes. Now, the word attribute tells you what are the characteristics, what are the things that you can use to describe this shape. And the ones that they tell us are sides and corners. See that? Sides and corners. So if you're hunting down, we're being a detective today, and we're going to find which shape we're looking for. And we're looking for these attributes. You can call the attributes my clues. Here are my clues. This shape has 4 sides that are all the same. 4 sides that are all the same. Does this have 4 sides? No. How about that one? That has 1, 2, 3 sides. Doesn't have 4 sides. Let's keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. Yes, that'll tell us something. And now my sides have to be all the same. Are these sides all the same length? Pretty much. Yes, they are. Are these sides, this has 4 sides too, but are they all the same? You've got 2 short ones and 2 long ones. So they are not the same. So that can't be the one we're looking for here. So check. We found all sides the same. And then it says 4 corners. What are corners? Corners are where you'll bump your head on if you fall on it. And it hurts, hurts, hurts. They're kind of pokey. So let's look for corners. Are there any corners on this shape? No. Are there any corners on this shape? Yes, there are. But I see 1, 2, 3, but my clue says 4 corners, so that can't be it. Let's look at this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there we have it. Well, this has 4 corners too, but remember, we said the sides weren't the same. So I'm looking for one with 4 sides that are the same and 4 corners. I think this is my deal. I think that's a square. It is. All right, now I'm going to read the clue for the next, but I'm going to let you fill that one in. The clue says 1 curved side and 0 corners. If I fell on this, would I bump my head on the corners? No, because it doesn't have any corners. You're looking for a shape up here that has 1 curved side and 0 corners. Okay? I'll let you draw those in and finish that. Let's jump down to the next one. And my next question says, complete the sentence to answer the question. All right, let's get number 10. Which tree is taller? Which is taller, the tree or the house? Tree or the house? I've got a tree, I've got a house. Which one of those is taller? Right, the tree is taller. There it is. And how do I find the word tree if I don't know how to spell it? I can sound out. I can go T-E. That might help. I can do that. Or I can look up in here because there's the word tree and there's the word house. So which one am I looking for again? Tree. Tree begins with a T. There it is right there. So I can go. The tree is taller. Okay? Very good. You guys are doing great. And now let's go to the number 12 direction. I'm going to let you do this one on your own. You have to do everything that we don't do, you're responsible for doing on your own because you can. All right. It says, circle each shape that was used to make the picture. This looks like a truck, a picture of a truck. All right. We want to know if these shapes were used to make a truck. I've got this shape, which is called a trapezoid. That's a great word, isn't it? Trapezoid. Trapezoid. Are there any trapezoids up in my truck? Oh, yeah. I see it right there. There's my trapezoid. Oh, shouldn't have done that with that one. I should have done it with this one. Did we use trapezoids? We sure did. So I better circle this. And then it has circles. Are there any circles on my truck? The wheels are circles, aren't they? 1, 2, I see them right there. And then I've got this rectangle. Is there a rectangle in my truck? Oh, I see it right here. See it? There's a rectangle. How about squares? Do you see any squares on my truck? No, I don't either. So we'll leave that one blank, or you can put next on it if you want. Okay? So the next one gives you a picture of a sun, and that's kind of a neat sun. I like that. And it asks you what shapes are in the sun, and you can look over here at the ones that are in the sun. I will tell you though, this shape right here that has 8 sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What is an animal that you know, or a marine animal, an animal that lives in the ocean that has 8 legs? 8. Octopus. Octopus has 8 legs. Octo means 8. Oct means 8. So this shape has 8 sides. This shape is called an octagon. You say that with me? Octagon, that's right. And an octagon, if you'll notice the shape, where have you seen that shape before? When you're driving to school with mom, you've seen that shape a lot. Sometimes more than you'd like to see that shape. This shape, if you picture it with a stick down here, maybe some grass growing right here, and picture it with some words on it that say S-T-O-P. Does that mean anything to you? Sure. That's a stop sign. And the stop sign is in the shape of an octagon. That's what this is called. Octagon, circle, triangle. Looks like a square right there. Okay. So I'm going to let you be the detective on the rest of those pictures. Ladies, you've done a fabulous job today. I'm proud of you. Good job on math. I'll come back with you probably tomorrow to do your other math page, which is 10 and some more, which is just counting on from 10. Good job, ladies. I wish you a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.